I heard detour is major piece of Adelaide underpass is lowered in.
Alright. Chat pulled up and we're good to go.
Okay, so we gonna go click there. We're gonna go Paul Murray. He's live. Look at that. Hey, home. Do a pop out chat. Drag that over and put it over there. Nobody there yet.
We'll see who's first today. Well, besides us. That's not fair. We were in on it.
Yeah, but sometimes the damn chat don't come up quick enough for us to be first if we wanted to be.
Yeah.
There's times where it's taken almost a minute and a half before, and then there's already somebody in there.
Yeah.
And
Hang
yeah,
on a minute.
sometimes.
I'm gonna turn the one. Oh, look how foggy it is now, Paul.
Yeah. Well, we're really dark here right now. Just constant rumbling on thunder.
What's up, man? Like Daryl popped in.
Hey, W. Got quite the storm here going right now. Paul, look at Paul's screen. It's really fogged up there. So, hey, Jody.
What's up, Jody?
Ah, I think that's just the camera lens so wet. That's why it looks so bad.
It looks like now that hurricane will be making it to a 2.
Wow. Why does it do that? I went to Stream Time Live. It did it earlier. Clicked on, all of a sudden, boom, it changes. And it went to like 24 hours ago. Okay, I click on it, coming back. Holy shit, they were foggy down there.
I have a feeling this.
Just rain on the lenses right now. So,
I have a
hey,
feeling.
Mr. Skyfly.
What's up, Joel?
Well, it'll probably go up the coast there, Justin. I don't think it's going to swing right down to you guys. So.
No, but I have a feeling it might hit somewhere right here.
Yeah, on the Carolina coast, someplace.
Like I said, eventually it was originally going this way, and it's been slowly arcing back this way.
Yeah.
But now they're saying it can get up to a 2 right here when it was just a 1. But it's only right here at the moment, so we'll see. So that must mean El Nino is starting to weaken.
Yeah, but Lynn said, Paul got it already? I don't know. He had to, I'll be back in a minute. Something about feeding squirrels or taking a dog for a walk or I don't know. He's got someplace, Lynn. He'll be right back.
What's up, Lynn?
You missed this morning. We got to watch him blow off his driveway and his sidewalk and everything with the, not the vacuum thing, but the blower, leaf blower.
Sure. Dominic's gonna pop in any minute. It's already 7 in the morning there.
There, see, he's back.
Yeah, I had to pump out, which was good. But I also had to check and see if I bought these new rugs. You can buy them on Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
I think I showed them to you, didn't I?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't remember you
They're
showing
like
no
they're
rugs.
like they're like a pet rug because they're thick and fluffy
Oh,
and water resistant and all, and you can use them for like coming in and out.
oh.
Let me show them to you.
Dog wipe its feet when he comes in.
It probably is an absorbing
Yeah.
pad for when you walk in and you're wet.
Well, where I go for coffee, the Ken and Pat, he does area rugs, like, scatter rugs and, all different shapes, sizes. He binds them all. He buys like an end of a roll and then cuts them up and makes scatter mats and all that.
There's actually some pretty successful channels on YouTube, and all they do is clean old rugs.
Yeah.
Like people will bring in these not these cheapy rugs from Walmart, but they'll bring in $1,000 rugs
Oh,
to get professionally cleaned.
Here it is.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah,
it's fluffy,
Yeah.
water resistant. And so, I bought it because I figured, well, Mia likes to lay on things and I want it.
yeah, see, it's got an absorption built into it.
Yep,
Yeah. It's got a waterproof bottom on it though.
yep,
Oh, machine washable.
yep.
Gee, look, that thing go boom, 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 boom.
I mean, you gotta have something like that if you're living in a snowy area, cause you're gonna be constantly tracking snow in.
And they got them in different sizes. You can get them up to 54 by 59.
Cause it's the same way here with the rain all the time, like you're always tracking water in, so you gotta have a rug at your front door to set your shoes on, otherwise your floor.
Doesn't that look like your dog there, Paul, a little bit?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That nozzle's a little wider on the front end.
I hope you applied the 30% coupon there when you bought it.
No, I didn't have a 30% coupon.
What's up, Dominic? I always clip the coupons.
Not sure. Anyway. Hey, Dominic.
Oh,
All we get is an O.
yes. Excuse me.
Not doing well today, Dominic, or
Just got a frog in my throat.
well, take the
Something.
sucker out.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, it's not working today. Am I all?
What's up, Joe?
That's really, they don't work. That's better. Yeah. Okay.
Look at that. He did make it.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm
Dominic's
late.
here.
I'll just give you my light pass. Morning, Joel.
What's the weather like there this morning, Dominic?
It's slowly improving, actually.
What's up, Steve?
Hey, Steve. Slowly improving.
Hey, Steve Carpenter.
Hey, Steve, how's it going? How are things in California?
Captain Joe. Yeah, he's in there too.
Hmm. 44 degrees Fahrenheit.
Where's
Yeah.
44 degrees?
For a little bit
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, 44 degrees Fahrenheit here.
At your place?
Yep.
Holy crap.
Well, it's winter there.
That's below freezing though. You don't usually get that cold, do you?
44, not 34.
44.
Oh, 44.
It's above
Yeah.
3.
That's
About-
still chilly for you guys, right?
This time of the year, it's about right.
We're about 65 here right now.
Now, how soon is your spring start?
Well, it starts Friday week, but doesn't really start kicking in until about the 22nd of September.
Okay.
What's up, Russell?
Laura, Lynn,
Hey.
No, I don't think David did
Russell.
beat you.
Hey, Lenny.
I don't see AZ yet.
Yeah, I didn't see him in the chat. I don't think he's here yet, Russell. I think you beat him again.
yeah.
Nice, strange people, Laura says.
So I should be hitting 300,000 views, Dominic, either today or tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw that.
Slowly getting there. Well, they
Mm.
keep it, every time they go up, they kind of raise the amount you have to get for your next achievement. So it
Yeah, I know.
can take a little bit longer.
Yeah, 225 is my next. But I've been slacking.
See, they're having fun in Rush, hey?
Mm.
And I tell you, those little chipmunks are cute as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice, W.
Well done. So we're roughly on the same amount then.
Oh, he just went down that way, but he was sitting here grabbing peanuts and sticking them
There's one at the bottom of the tree.
2 or 3 at a time. Those are squirrels. The chipmunks
Oh,
are like the size of a tail of a squirrel.
Oh, okay. I don't know the difference.
Let me see
Yes.
if I can.
It's not a bad view count, W, for a drone channel, I'll tell you that. Because there's been some drone channels that have been on here for 3-4 years and aren't even close to that.
Mm.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I had to throw peanuts out there begging. But it's starting to rain, you know? So I don't like to throw too many out because they're
Okay, wait.
finicky. They're finicky little squirrels. They don't like the soggy ones. They like the crisp ones. You know how that goes, Paul.
Yep.
Mm.
Uh,
Can't have soggy peanuts.
look at this. I want to show you something here. This is in Toronto, but CN accused by union of secretly tracking employees' locations outside of work hours during the company issued tablet. Okay, they've been tracking the employees because where the tablet's been going and all that kind of stuff.
Sounds to me like CNN hasn't got anything better to do with their life.
What about the school bus company I work for? They got tablets, and you have to take them home. You got to take them with you. You can't leave them in the bus. Oh, is the company tracking me too?
Yeah.
Yeah, bullshit. Yeah.
Hey, Dominic, I saw Alexis was trying to give you peanuts.
Yeah.
The Boston baked
Yeah.
beans.
Yeah.
They're good, but they're whole peanuts just with cadmium coating. So
Yeah.
why
Yeah. That's what I thought.
I popped in the chat. I was like, "Wait, Dominic can't eat peanuts." I was like,
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
kill him.
Yep.
But at the same time, I didn't want to be rude.
Yeah, Steve Carpenter, they are getting ready for winter.
Yeah, I think after I said that, Alexis was like, "I'm not going to be the downfall of Dominic. I'm not going to be responsible for killing him."
Yeah.
Laura says she's at 11K away from 250,000 views.
Who did?
Laura, put it in the chat.
Huh?
Oh, 250. Oh, nice, Lord.
Good for you.
Yes. Well done. Seal approval. Tick that off.
I'll be on my way to 325 and my next. If the goals are still the same, I don't know what they are past 300,000.
Do they go to 50 then?
I don't know. I'll find out in a day or two. Let's see what TubeBuddy says after that. Because TubeBuddy and Vivid IQ, they pretty much all do the same. They both do the same.
Yeah.
As far as your achievements go.
Well, I've got 5,000 views, right, Justin?
No, yeah, I said you're almost at 5,000 videos.
Oh, 5,000 different videos. Okay.
Yeah, 4,700 and some change.
Who's
Like I
counting?
said, about another 3 months or so, Paul should hit around 5K videos.
Yeah, then I know just a constant rumble right here, right now with thunder, just lightning. everywhere. It's just unbelievable how much lightning we got.
Not bad, Jeff.
Yeah, well done, Joe.
Shit, that one short that Matt put up, that's pretty much blown all his, damn near half of his views that he's gotten in a 6-year period.
Really?
Gotten in like a month, yeah. Yeah, it took Matt like, what, 5, 6 years to get 200
Yeah.
some thousand views, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
he got that short and it just blew him up to like 330,000.
Yep. Let's see where we are now.
Was Dominic say high fives all around?
In Department of Health and Human
Yep.
Behavioral Risk Factor Surveillance System.
Oh, man, it looks like it's getting even worse downriver, Paul.
Yeah,
Not good.
it's just constant rumbling right here, right now. Just,
Well, I was lucky I got that ship when I did, I guess.
yeah, I didn't think you'd be out even flying. In fact, I was out earlier. I took the drone with me. That was a stupid thing. It was raining so hard going from here to Tillsonburg. I had to slow down. I couldn't see. Wipers couldn't keep. It was raining so hard today. Even over in London. Just terrible here today.
Wow.
I was gone 3 hours, Paul.
Just to go back a bit further, he's hit 100,000 on that short.
Yeah, he actually sent me a message, I think, day before yesterday. Or it
Mm,
might have been yesterday he sent it to me and he showed me a screenshot of it.
yeah. 100,000. Yeah, 100,000 out of 357,000.
And a lot of times you'll hit your achievements too, like a day or two before, but then it takes YouTube and frickin' TubeBuddy like
Yeah.
a day or two to catch up.
Mm, to give me that little certificate.
Yeah. Cause they have to
Got-
wait for you, cause YouTube surprisingly is not instant on the view count. It's
Obviously,
more-
they need to verify it, I'd say.
Yeah, the only thing that's like instant that changes almost instantly is your sub count.
Yeah,
But
You can see it.
and your likes.
because that's what I was doing with TubeBuddy. I was
But
stuck
you-
on, yeah, I saw on Studio that I'd cracked 2K, but it took a while for them to send me the 2K sticker.
I put out 2 videos. Well, actually, one of them got released 2 days ago, but I immediately put it private because I didn't. Because for some reason, YouTube's doing that shit again where they randomly uploaded an old video of mine again without, and there was nothing scheduled, nothing. They just randomly picked one of my old videos and decided to re-upload it. So they did that 2 days ago and I immediately put it on private like 10 minutes after it uploaded.
Mm,
And I put it back to public this morning once I got my other video done, because I always release on Thursdays or Wednesdays.
yeah,
And
but it's just, as I said, it seems to be a lottery.
it's weird though. I don't know why YouTube's doing that with my videos.
Yeah, but it also, what gets viewed seems to be a lottery. You know, I put up 4 yesterday.
Oh, I got a shit ton
And
of views on shorts.
Couple of them, no one watched, and then one for some reason
Just took
was
the hell off.
a tram moving towards me, and I get 2.5K for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just can't understand.
Well, just
Which
think
one's
of the
going to
views.
take off?
Just think of the views you'd get in the afterlife if you jumped in front of the tram.
Well, and like I uploaded 3 videos at what, 5 o'clock, which was 17 minutes ago.
Mm,
And one's got 59 views already, one's got 33, and the third one only has 1 view. But the other 2 are slowly climbing. Every couple of minutes, it's like 8 or 10 views.
Yeah. As I said, it makes no sense. Because I did one, and it was I saw the police helicopter.
I'm tired. And I was watching a video. A guy was talking about YouTube, and he goes, "Why the hell is YouTube recommending my own videos to me?"
Yeah, I'd love to know that too.
I said, I put in the comments. I said, "Bro, I have no
Oh,
idea."
okay.
I said,
W.
one, YouTube keeps re-uploading old videos of mine without telling me. I said, 2, they're recommending my own videos to me. And then I'm finding subscriptions to channels that I've never even been to, that somehow I got subscribed to them.
Mm,
So what I'm thinking is, so in the YouTube Studio, there's this beta program where you can pay to push your channel. You can actually pay YouTube and they'll kind of push your channel out there and
Yeah.
advertise it a little bit. I'm wondering if they're just subbing you to a bunch of fucking channels in your like market on YouTube
yeah.
and seeing if they stick. Because I've already found 4 channels in the past 2 weeks that I've never been subbed to, never heard of the channel. Somehow I was subbed to them.
Mm. Yes, Rod.
Hey guys,
This
Oh,
I'll
no.
tell you that short. I put it up at midday. Nothing happened until about 4 o'clock. And then suddenly in 1 hour, I get 2,600 views in 1 hour. And then it just sits off. Yeah.
I had one the other night, got 300 views. All of a sudden the next day it got what, 1,800 more,
Vacation today.
almost 24 hours later.
Mm.
It just took back off
It
and got
just
another
jumped
1,800
by
views.
2,600 in 1 hour. And that was 7 hours after I uploaded it.
so you're telling me I should do shorts?
Do you know they actually, I've noticed with new channels when they start doing them on a regular, YouTube does push them. Once you
Hmm.
do them for a while, they will start to
Carrying on,
kinda-
yes.
you'll get some good views, but they'll start
Yes,
to
Daryl.
flatten off. Matt just
Don't
had
you
a
need
short,
more views on the shorts to get monetized than you do the
Oh, you
regular
need-
videos?
No, it's still the whole 1,000 and 4,000.
if you wanna
But
get
if
the
you
ad
get,
revenue.
but if you hit shorts, you can do that instead of watch hours.
But you have to hit
Yeah.
10 million every 90 days.
Yep. W. Yep. I'm talking about stupid content within shorts, such as powering on a drone. Yep, I did that.
Oh, Matt's fucking drone Matt just had a short hit 100,000 views, and it was just him opening up the, what was it, the Mavic 3? I think
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah,
It was literally like 10, like,
I've been trying to. I've been trying to do the same thing.
So when I get my Avada back tomorrow, I should do a short on me opening it, huh?
well,
Yeah.
here, I'll show you exactly what Matt did, so you kind of have an idea what he did. Let me find it here.
As far as
As
I
I
know,
said,
I'm
I
getting,
did a
as far as I
10-second
know, I'm getting my same drone back. They actually fixed mine and sent it, and they're sending it back.
I did a
if I
10-second
read what
just
they-
opening.
But this is all Matt did.
Yeah. But then I've got to fit it in.
And it's
1
now
minute.
now it's up to 101,000 views.
Yeah. Trying to fit it into a minute has been my.
Speed ramped it.
Yeah.
No, see what I think it is, I think Matt's video kind of struck a chord. You know, cause it's kind of identifies as an all tail.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So,
might have to go out and get an orange an orange skin for it.
Matt's,
And then I'll get 100,000 views.
I just say, I think the writing's on the wall that Autel is gonna do what Skydio did.
how are they gonna support their drones for at least another 2 years with firmware updates and everything?
Yeah,
Because,
the V3,
because
not the
Hodges
V2.
just went out and bought that enterprise one from them a year ago that was $6,000 up there in Canada.
Yeah, the enterprise stuff is all gonna be supported. They're
Yeah,
gonna
I
stay in
hope
the,
so.
they're gonna stay in the enterprise. I don't know if they're gonna stay in the consumer.
Well, let's hope that they, or even the, well, I'm saying like, they should at least be supporting all the minis that they sold and the lights and all that. At least for another 2 years with at least firmware updates and stuff.
I don't think they're
Keep 'em up to
gonna really, I don't know that they'll do anything with firmware. They'll support it from a hardware fixing repair perspective.
Oh, even that, I mean, they need to at least support it for another 2 years to get these people to get their money's worth out of them. Cause that's not fair to people that may have just went out and bought one brand new after a website or something, you know,
Mm.
like a couple months back or whatever. I'd be
Yeah,
super
and you
pissed.
can, I don't know, that's a good question. I haven't looked, is Best Buy still selling?
Cause like I
Autel?
said, I'd be super pissed if I went out and bought a, $500-600 nano light. you
This
know,
might be the,
or a
this
Nano
might be the
Plus.
tip off. Hmm. Yeah. Uh. Yeah, you can still order from Best Buy.
Yeah, they better, definitely better support them.
Yeah,
I said minimum 2 years, if not 3.
Skydio, you can't order it.
They
So-
completely shut off the ordering.
Yeah,
I wonder how many they have just sitting in a warehouse they do nothing with.
probably next to none. Oh, a handful just for repairs. Repair replacement stuff.
You don't think they have like 5,000 brand new ones sitting in a warehouse somewhere? They haven't sold.
Nothing would
Mm.
surprise me.
I mean, I guess the only thing they could do with those is just tear them down and strip them for parts or different.
Mm.
You know what? You know why they did it, right?
Because of military.
They don't have the capacity. They don't have the manufacturing capacity to do both. And there's
Well-
more money on the military side, so they're just
Well, they
doing the
were,
military.
and they were never really a drone company anyway, so they never had the infrastructure for that anyway.
They were
They're-
building the manufacturing. Yes, you're
Right, but
correct.
they were an AI company originally, so that's what I'm saying. They never were. I don't think.
You
they
know what
ever
they
thought-
were originally, right?
Yeah.
You
or
know, I
they
don't know that
did-
most people, I don't know that most people even know.
I don't know. Alls I know is they did AI before that.
Yeah, the entire group, that entire group of people came from Google when Google shut down their drone program.
Oh,
That's
that
where
doesn't
that's
surprise me.
literally where they all came from. It was Google. Every
That
last
doesn't-
one of them.
That doesn't surprise me. People bounce around.
No, Google cut that
Silicon
division
Valley.
off and they just went and formed their own company.
Well, I'm saying that happens a lot in Silicon Valley though. Where people, they get together, make their own little companies and then they'll branch off, make other companies. I
Mhm.
mean, it's a constant thing there. With tech startups and stuff.
My poor V1, it ain't never gonna be updated,
Tell you one company.
which means it won't be remote ID compliant without a module.
I'll tell you, Google is one company that wastes a lot of money on shit that never panned out. They've had a lot of programs that they've dumped billions in and never did anything with them. And they've had a lot of good applications come out that just, they couldn't get people to catch on to it. They were really good applications, just nobody ever used them, so Google just got rid of them. But if you
Yeah,
actually knew about them, they were actually really good.
Anyways,
I-
I keep the Autel support page open to actually the Light Plus to see whether they're gonna do any firmware. They've not done any firmware and what the hell's the date on this thing? February 28th of this year. was the last update.
few months ago. Yeah.
Same thing with Nano. DJI hasn't updated the Mavic 3 Pro. I don't get it. Or the RC Pro. They haven't put the backward compatibility or the compatibility in for the Air 3. Or the backward compatibility for the new RC2 back to the 03. There's no reason it can't. There's literally no reason it can't work.
You know, I was looking at,
04 is just a superset of 03, so there's no reason that hardware can't work with the 03 protocol. None. It's kind of like saying, hey, we went to USB 4 and it can't work with USB 3 devices. Nobody fucking does that unless they're an idiot.
unless they're trying to gouge your ass for money.
Hey there, TJ.
Yeah, that's why they don't do that, because they know they would get their ass hung out to dry. And with the
I don't
US
know,
government and with the US government needing a reason, if consumers started bitching too,
I think when you got kind of a
the knife
monopoly,
wouldn't
though,
come out, the guns would come out.
I think when you kind of have a monopoly like DJI, if they really wanted to, they could probably be dicks and do it and probably get away
The
with
US
it.
government can be a dick too, and it don't care.
Yeah, but they don't really enforce consumer laws anyway. Look at the whole warranty law from what is it, 1976? They don't enforce that. Yet companies still put stickers on products saying you're not allowed to open it, otherwise you void the warranty. That's not true. You're allowed to open it up and do whatever you want to it, and they still have to honor it. But they don't follow that rule.
And that probably got even more so with that whole right to repair law that they passed.
Oh yeah, I saw Lewis Rossman, man. He's still fighting the shit out of that.
Mm.
I was just watching
What?
some of his videos the other day.
Right to repair?
Yeah, he's the big one that does the right to repair with the, he joined forces. He was the big one that was against Apple. And then he joined forces with the guys from John Deere.
Hmm.
And he started a nonprofit and they've raised over like $2 to $5 million or something already that they've been using that money to sue over it. But you never watched Lewis Rossman?
Mm-mm. I
Yeah,
know
I'll
we
put-
made a change to the Surface Pro tablets so that you could change the hard drive.
Oh, this dude's a freaking genius when it comes to rebuilding computers. He does he's the one that tears all the boards apart and like gets down to them on like a molecular level, you know, and fixes them and shit. You
Yeah,
know?
well,
Yeah,
I think when it comes to cell phone, nobody should be fixing them besides the repair companies.
But I'll
Too damn small.
I'll put his link in the channel if you wanna check his, he does a lot of good work out there though.
Has anybody noticed how Mint Mobile is advertising on television? Get Mint Mobile for $15 a month.
Yeah, they've been doing that for months.
You know as well as
Oh,
I
yeah.
do. It's the same thing everybody else does. The intro price.
What's up, TJ?
And
Oh, they
that's
just
not
got
and it's not illegal to do.
Yeah, T-Mobile just bought him out though. Bought it from
Mint
What's
Mobile
his
bought
name?
it from that guy, the actor, right?
fuck, what's his name? Damn it. But yeah, T-Mobile just bought it from him. He stands to walk away with 300 million in cash for himself.
Mm.
Cause it sold for over $1 billion, like 1.6 billion or some shit like that.
Can't
But
blame 'em.
there's Lewis's link in the chat if anybody wants to check out his channel. He's a big advocate for right to repair.
300
Yeah.
million. His family can live on that and not work for a couple of generations.
Well, he was already a huge famous actor too. He's already made millions. He was the one that played Deadpool.
Mm.
I just can't think.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
Snap. We said it
Hey.
exactly.
I'm sure his net
Probably
worth was
typed at the same time.
his net worth was, I think, well over 100 million before that
Yeah.
acquisition. So
Before that,
yeah,
and
he
they
just
probably prompted him to buy something.
Well, the question I had in my mind, and I've never heard it reported. Of course, I didn't do an in-depth on Ryan Reynolds,
Oh, okay.
but was he already wealthy? Was he a wealthy baby or a wealthy young man before he
I don't know. He was a successful actor, but before that, I'm
Yeah.
not entirely sure.
Yeah, I'm thinking,
But
I'm just
people
wondering if
say-
his family.
It is his family member, yeah. Which is pretty typical in Hollywood.
Yeah,
But he-
it's heavily on nepotism, Hollywood.
people that have met him in person and such, so he's a really nice guy.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
He's
too.
never
He
had
comes
any.
across as a nice guy.
I've never heard any like you'll hear about like actors in Hollywood that like people just hate to work with. You know, like
Yeah,
cringe-worthy people. He's never
Hey, man.
came up in that conversation. Just like
the kings and queens on the thrones. Yeah.
just like Keanu Reeves, they'll tell you he is the nicest damn person you'll ever meet in your
Yeah.
life. Like he doesn't have a mean bone in his body.
I've heard that.
He is the saint of Hollywood. He's never had any allegations against him. and He actually, when he got stuck at that airport with those people, he rented out that 16 passenger van.
Yeah.
And drove just a bunch of random strangers that were on a little plane with them that got stuck there. And paid for all their meals, their hotels, everything. They drove cross
Yeah.
country together. They got to
Yeah.
hang out with Keanu for like 2-3 days. I was like fucking lucky. But if you hate Apple, click on Lewis's link. You'll love him. He's like the biggest Apple basher ever.
How
Like,
many
he
kinds
does-
of apples are there?
20,000.
One, a bad apple.
Like
Yeah.
he gives Apple props on like certain things that they do have and stuff, but as far as their customer service and the way they're predatory, yeah, he's always
Oh, come on.
bad on Apple.
Did they really invent the iPhone when they put that thing together? All they did was take existing off the shelf and put it together and combined it. They didn't invent any new parts at that time.
Well, the thing
Now
of
they
it
have
is-
since
is-
then,
is-
and they've
is-
driven some technology for sure,
is-
but
Yeah, but cell phones are an offspurt of walkie-talkies or two-way radios or anything like
Yeah.
that.
It's just an
Yeah,
evolution.
but he's talking smartphone era when
Hmm.
they started putting apps. That's different than like old
yeah. That's the
Motorola's
part that's different. That's the part that was definitely different.
yeah, because it was touch screen and apps and
Well, there were apps on flip phones.
right, but it wasn't to the extent of the ones like on the original iPhone or nothing. Like where you can pull YouTube.
I
up,
don't know.
stuff like
Windows
that.
Mobile 6.5 pretty much dominated the market at that time.
Oh, I love the Windows.
The only
phone.
reason we didn't make it to the next stage because Steve Ballmer is an idiot.
Well, you know, I loved the Windows phones, and if they came back with them, I would probably go to a Windows phone.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not
But-
saying what we did with the Nokia. I'm saying the Windows Mobile that tended to be on all the little flip phones and small phones before we got to the smartphones.
Oh, I know. I just missed.
We
it.
didn't
I-
make we didn't make the jump. We didn't make the jump to smartphones.
I really liked the Windows phones, though. They were nice. They're just their app store.
Oh,
was
yeah, yeah.
horrendous.
The
That was the
Lumias
only-
were the Lumia was great.
Yeah, this is the thing is if Microsoft would have gotten the App Store on the same level as iPhone and Android, because you couldn't even find basic ass apps like shopping apps that you could find anywhere. Like they didn't have Walmart app, they didn't have the Best Buy app. They
Yeah,
just
I
didn't-
know.
If they would have gotten that right, I guarantee they'd still been around because that was the biggest complaint they had. Was their app store just sucked. It didn't have any
Now
apps.
you can run Android apps on Windows. So
Oh yeah, I run them on my computer through BlueStacks.
you don't need
You
BlueStacks.
you don't need a BlueStacks no more?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I didn't know that. What do you just sideload them?
Yeah, there's the Windows WSO Windows Services for Linux. Look it up.
You have to check into that because I use BlueStacks and some of the apps.
You
are a
can't get
little
it from
finicky.
Google Store. You can't install them from Google Store. You have to install it from Amazon Store
Hmm.
because Google was being a butthead about the licensing. So we did a deal with Amazon so we can install Android apps from Amazon.
Yeah, I'll look into that. Because some of the apps get a little finicky when you go through BlueStacks.
Mm-hmm. BlueStacks is its own translation layer. You know who has the biggest deployment of Linux, right?
No, not offhand, no.
Microsoft.
Mm.
In Azure. There's more Linux deployments in Azure than anywhere else in the world.
Mm. Mm.
Ultimately,
Uh,
everything's going to change. The OS is not really going to be an OS. It's going to be containers. Containers are essentially OSs minus stripped down to exactly what the app needs.
Oh, Steve, come up on the panel. And tell us about that.
Yep.
Kind of curious what's going on there.
Steve's a lot
Why?
closer. He's in California. He probably hears more.
Why were there a lot of what was it, blue umbrellas?
Blue, what the hell are you talking about? What do you mean blue umbrellas? Is that some conspiracy or
In
something?
Lahaina, in Hawaii. They were talking about why was there blue umbrellas? Where
Okay.
everything else burnt, the blue didn't.
Oh, Jesus
Many
Christ.
videos of those going around.
Fucking
Whether you
conspiracy.
believe them or not,
These
there's
conspiracy
some
theories
strange
are getting
shit
out of
on
control.
YouTube again. Yes, I've been down that rabbit hole again. And once you get stuck in there, it's hard to get
Well,
out.
Dominic, tell them about your theory about that really all of our electronics are based on alien technology.
Oh,
Oh my
that's
God.
that's a great possibility there. Well, I ask you the question. I'll ask you this question, and I've asked it many a time. 1903, the Wright brothers. 66 years later, we land on the moon. We did land on the moon, is what I'm saying. How do you go from the Wright Flyer to building a rocket that goes to the moon? Now, I am saying we did go to the moon.
And then
I'm
we
just
got to
saying,
you. And then, yeah, but then we,
technology moved pretty quickly.
then we got
You know,
to-
I have an answer to that. It's called the same thing that has always driven fast advancement in technology. It was called World War II.
Yeah,
oh, and then we
it's more
got
of
to
a
YouTube
rhetorical
shorts.
question.
It's evolution.
Right, you've got, the war.
But in wartime,
Accelerated things.
when governments spend money with zero limits,
Yes,
we
that's what I'm
advance
saying.
greater.
But how
we
do you
make
fa- how do you
leaps and
factor
bound
in-
advances.
Well,
Here comes
you
Steve.
tend to turn off regulations that you normally would have in place to
Yeah.
advance quickly. Kind of like
There's
they
not
did
nearly
with,
as much money floating
like-
around
like-
to do design.
like take the COVID shot, right? They used to, to do a vaccine would take years to do, but they stripped all the normal blocks and regulations away so they could try to get it through as quickly
Yeah, but
as
the interesting
possible,
part
you know?
about that is the actual technology was to do it was done. The only red tape they had to get out of the way was the testing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They
mRNA has been around for a while.
but testing usually would take 2 to 5 years, though. That's what I'm saying.
Mm,
Like they were able
yeah,
to
that was
just
the red
strip
tape
all
that
that
needed to
away.
get kicked out of the way.
Yeah, it has to be aliens, especially after July 1947 and the Roswell crash. Everything seemed to accelerate after that.
Yeah, but we had nukes before that, so
Yeah,
Yeah, but where did the nukes come from? The aliens?
exactly.
Jesus Christ.
no,
That's
we
what-
invented that beforehand. The Germans were working on it too, which is why the UK went and bombed that heavy water plant in Norway during World War II early on.
Yep.
So what happened in Hawaii there?
The governor just signed legislation removing historical districts from all the islands, which means the historical districts that have been in Lahaina
Uh-huh.
are now gone, so they can build whatever the hell they want. They
Hey, so you're saying
Yeah, but there's nothing left though,
that
right?
so you're saying that this fire just magically happened.
no, mine
Okay.
is far from that. If you take a look at, there are 2 videos that
Mhm.
are out there. I really watched them. That's a Southwest Airlines flight flying in, and they are flying over and out of the port wing, the guy shooting down at the island. You tell me how the perfect circle oval around Lahaina, it was only on fire in the oval, nothing burning inside it or outside it. It was a perfect oval burning.
Mm.
So they were using alien technology? Is that what it was?
Oh,
No, what I
Jesus.
think it is they took a supercharge to the power grid. It took a hit to the power grid. And I think that's what that did it. Because all those areas, the power lines are all through there.
Yeah, and I heard too, because all that unnatural grass there, they wanted to go and clean it up all around the power lines. But the government says, no, you got to concentrate on green energy.
Yeah, we're going to put solar panels up onto a grid that can't support itself.
Mm.
And it was the wettest winter in I don't know how many decades in Maui last year. And they didn't open up the water gates for 5 hours.
Yeah.
The hydrant
Mm.
system was dry.
I don't know, Mark, I got about 20 minutes into Oppenheimer and I just couldn't get into it.
Oh, I want
Like,
to go
I-
see it.
Come on, Steve. You know how it is on the islands. Don't, no worries, man. We'll get it done, man.
Don't worry, be
Nothing
happy.
happens in a hurry. Nothing happens in a hurry on the
No,
island.
you gotta.
Doesn't matter what
This has
island.
been going on for a long time. My old girlfriend actually lives there. They used to own a charter airline, a charter airline business that would fly over the Volcano National Park on the Big Island.
Like a tourism thing?
Yeah, it was, they would take off from Maui as a 2.5 hour trip, and they'd take off the one side of Maui, they'd go out, go around, loop on to Hawaii, then loop over the volcano a couple of times and come back the other side and then loop back up the other. So you were seeing both islands, really, the coastline on both of them.
Maui's an interesting place. I have a friend
It
that
is.
lives out there. He's in the Southwest, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I forget what it is. I have to look on the map. I got to contact him. As far as I know, that part of Maui was fine.
Yeah, you're talking about the North Shore over by the airport?
No. He's Southwest,
Oh, okay.
South,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's-
South and West. That one,
Okay, yeah,
Lunahana or Kunlun, yeah, whatever.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
on my app later and watch that one, Mark.
Um,
Indiana Jones.
No, but what it is, just like anything else in any city, you have historical districts and you have to build back to that regulation of the historic in case of a fire, where Dominic was talking and Justin, you were talking about. They would have to rebuild back to keep the same structures, to put it back in that historical district as to what it was originally. And what they're going to do now, you got to remember, Vanguard, BlackRock, and one other ones are they own the largest investments of one of the largest landowners over there in Hawaii.
Mm. Yeah.
You know who's not there that used to be there?
Who?
Dole.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
pineapple, yeah. They
Well,
left.
they're on the other island though.
No, they're
They
not.
left.
They
There's
left.
Oppenheimer right
They're
there.
completely gone?
Sold it. They sold it. They sold it. Dole
They
sold it
sold the
all.
rights to Hawaii pineapple, yep.
Yeah, I started watching that.
What is that on? What are you looking at?
This is Cinema HD. Just has all the latest movies for free.
Mm.
Oh, you can buy and rent them from there?
Yeah,
I'm not familiar
yeah,
with it.
yeah. You buy them.
Oh, back to what I was saying about Maui. Maui's an interesting island. It's one of the wettest
know.
places on the earth and one of the driest places on the earth at the same time.
Correct.
If you're on the Hana side, which is the east side, of the volcano.
Yeah, and Hana, yeah.
Yeah, it's freaking a jungle over there because it rains so much on that side of that east side of the volcano. On the west side of the volcano, it's dry as all get out.
Yeah.
It's just a weird place.
Yeah, it's been decades and decades since I've been to Maui, but I've been to the Big Island quite a few times.
I'll just say a fun and interesting experience, although scary, is go drive the Hana Road.
I had fun on that one. I got to go by helicopter.
No, I drove it, and there's
Oh.
parts of that where it's one
And
lane.
you
on
and
the
of course
side
you
it's
read
one
that
lane and
rent-a-car
no guard-
agree. And of course you read the
one
rent-a-car
lane and no
agreement where it
guardrail.
says, "Do not go down that road."
Yeah, I didn't see that until I took the car back.
No, Steve, that's Cinema HD. And
I'm not familiar with it.
if the government asks, you paid for them. That's why I said I got about 20 minutes into Oppenheimer, and I usually love like historical movies and documentaries like that.
Mhm.
I don't know, it just didn't grab me. Maybe I'll try to give it a different.
I want to
different-
see it. In fact, my grandkids want to see it. I didn't know it was out to where you could rent it to watch at home.
Yeah, that's
Anyways,
renting it.
rocket technology came from the Germans. We grabbed about 3/4 of the scientists, and the Russians grabbed about 1/4 of the scientists after the war.
Ooh. Close one.
Yeah, growing up
So
here
most rocket technology came from Germany, actually.
yeah.
Yep.
Growing up as a
Germany
growing up
got
as
it from the aliens, right?
Oh my
Yeah, they
God,
did.
Paul. Give it
Go
up.
back and look at it.
They
Yeah.
got it from Caesar. Caesar had it stored away.
Yep.
Yeah, those are all free too, Mark. I don't pay for any of those movies.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, come on. How long have the Chinese had fireworks?
Hey, Justin, would
Well,
you
that's
send me
from
a
the
link to
islands as
that
well.
that site and copy that to me so I can pick it up?
It's a yeah,
Messenger it to me.
yeah, let me find it.
Yeah, I want to see that because my uncle actually worked on the detonation triggering system for the bomb.
Now, I use BlueStacks. I don't know. But I don't know if they switched it for, they might have it for computer now, but I'll put it in the private or I'll put it in the chat for you.
Or messenger, send me a messenger so I can keep it.
Okay.
You would, please.
But interesting, Rod said that Microsoft just came out with a new,
We've had it for some time.
you never even knew that.
Windows services for Linux, Whizzle.
Yeah.
For some time, you've been able to install since Windows 10. You've been able to
You learn
install
something
Android
every day.
apps.
All right, let me find Steven Messenger.
Again, from the Amazon store.
Thank you.
But what it
Yeah.
is pretty much you pull up what movie you want, click on it, and it's gonna give you a list of a bunch of different streams. And just click on one of them and hit play and you're done.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
every once in a while, one of the streams might play another movie that's not the one you're trying to watch. But
Mhm.
usually it will give you a list of a bunch of different ones so you can try different ones.
Okay.
And it's recommended you use a VPN, but you're hardwired with that, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. I'll just have to change the location of it.
Here's a picture for you. And I will tell you, this was not edited.
Boy, that's beautiful.
What's up, Corey?
So this is off my Mavic 3 Pro. Newer. I don't know. I have to go
Mark.
pull up the thing off of Amazon. They have a 4-pack of ND filters
Mhm.
for the Mavic 3 Pro. One of them, which is this one. When I was looking at the ad, I was like, I don't know where the hell I would use that one. And then when I put it up and took this picture, I was like, oh, I like this. So this is a star filter. So it's designed to
Yeah.
turn bright lights into kind of stars. So it's a fractal, right?
Yeah,
The lens
I've
is a
got
fractal.
a star filter for my camera.
Yeah. So this is a star filtered. I was like, I like this.
And who's it made by?
Newer.
Oh, okay.
Let me go pull up my Amazon.
Yeah, because my
Sean just popped in the
my-
chat. What's up, Sean?
my DJI Air 2, I've got the Freewell one, and it's adjustable. It's 2 filters.
Yeah,
so
this is not
goes
free
from
will.
zero.
In fact,
Nice about that for just an ND filter.
I don't know. Here, let me share.
How do you spell it?
NEEWER.
Oh, Sean says the APK
Meanwhile.
files don't work well with the Windows Android program.
Could be.
So must be that specific, must be Simona HD just doesn't vibe with it very well.
Here you go. So
Oh yeah.
they've got the one I think it's going to be the least useful to me is probably the fake panoramic, the blue streak one.
Uh-huh.
Here, can you see that popped up?
Yeah.
That it's bigger.
Mhm. Clear.
So you can see the four lenses. So the front one is the star,
Yeah.
which is kind of interesting. The second one, that one I got for nighttime. So it's light pollution reduction. It
Mhm.
takes the yellows and crap out at night. The third one, there's the sort of the fake panoramic, the little blue streak you get from panoramic ultra wide. And then the last one is a gradient. Freewell has a gradient for the Mavic 3 Pro, but only for the big camera.
Mhm.
If you look at this, you'll notice it's gradient for all three.
Yeah, I see that.
And here's the other part. It's circular. You can rotate that.
Oh, that's
So you
wild.
can put that gradient anywhere you want. So just as an example, like you're flying over water and right below you is really bright.
Yeah, 180
Like you're
degree.
shooting, you can 180 degrees. Say you're shooting the cliffs, right? You're over the water and you're shooting the cliffs, and the cliffs aren't quite as bright as the sun glaring off the water kind of crap. You can 180 it and do it that way.
Actually,
it's-
the first spelling was correct, Mark, that you did.
And it's 4 stops, so it's 0 to ND16 on the lens at the top.
Oh, okay.
Would have been nice if it had gone 32. But
Yeah.
Really?
It's not
Sean?
bad.
Well, especially where you live in Florida.
Yeah, it's still good for sunrises, right? The problem you have
Yeah.
with shooting sunrises or sunsets is the freaking sun always gets blown out. So when you
Mhm.
adjust your aperture, if you're using aperture, you tend to make everything underneath you a hell of a lot darker.
Yeah.
So this should help solve some of that so that it takes
Mhm.
better sunrise, sunset stuff with this gradient lens. And
Yeah.
it has it on all three, which the Freewell doesn't have. And this set was only $89. It wasn't bad.
Wow, that's not bad at all.
And you can see on the blue streak, it's got the circular. You can do the same thing on those. You can rotate them.
Mhm.
So you can put whatever angle you want on that sort of fake blue streak. I don't know. Did I do? Let me look.
Yeah, a lot of other good friends. I've heard good reviews on the company
On who?
on the
Newer?
newer. Yeah, when you were talking about rocket technology as a kid growing up down here in San Clemente, there's TRW Systems. They did all the rocket testing down here for the lunar lander modules. So all those rockets were tested over here just down the road from our high school. So you know, we didn't have the days of social media back then, but there was being notice going out, you know, at 9 a.m. the school's gonna shake.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember you saying that. Here you go. So here's the fake panoramic
Oh, where the hell did my messenger go?
in a manual panner. I did a manual panel, so that's why the line looks a little broken.
Uh-huh.
But it's okay. I don't know that I have a real terrible good use case for wanting to-
No, the starlight filter worked out. That was
The
beautiful.
starlight filter worked out great.
Hey, Debbie, how you doing tonight? And Steve, what's new with you? Any after effects from the storm or?
No, not in this area. There's a few areas, a little bit inland, say maybe about 10 miles that mudslides and rock slides in remote canyons that people have homes up in the canyon areas up there. And then the biggest ones are in the Inland Empire,
Mm.
which would be south of where Dre is at.
Okay,
And out in the desert, they're still, because that's where the one death was out in Cathedral City. The car got washed away.
So here's a picture for you
That's nice.
down at NASA. Well, it's Titusville, looking out over at
you
Marion.
know, it looks like all the pictures you like to take of like the sunsets are
This
in
is
that
sunrise,
area.
but yeah.
Because I see the bridge and the water and the boats and
Yeah. This is Titusville. It's much more interesting than Daytona. Now, let me zoom this picture to 100%. So this is off the Micro Four Thirds.
Hey, there's looks like a launch tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. This is one of the reasons I went down too. That is the SLS, the Space Launch System. They
Uh-huh.
moved the launch. They took the tower,
I'll be back.
out to the pad. Obviously, it doesn't have the rocket on it, but they
Uh-huh.
were, I don't know, they were testing something with the mover. And so they moved the mover for that thing out to the pad.
Uh-huh.
And the reason I know that one is the SLS, and you can kind of see it right here. You'll see that there's 1, 2, that third one is right there. There's 3 of these storage units.
Uh-huh.
It's the only pad that has the 3 for the fuel. Because they had to put a second one in to have enough hydrogen.
Uh-huh.
Let me
shot.
see.
That's a beautiful sunrise.
Yeah.
So
that
who
was
was
Saturday
breaking
morning? That was Saturday morning.
who was breaking the no wake zone out there?
That's not a no wake zone. That's the intercoastal.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the intercoastal.
Okay. I saw what the moorings being there, I thought it may have been a harbor and a
No,
no wake
no,
zone
no.
by there.
No.
well, it looks like in that picture, has it got 2 launch pads? There's another one.
Yeah. Let me zoom in on this picture. Again, this is the Micro Four Thirds camera. So 20 megapixel pictures coming off of that, right? With the Micro Four Thirds. So
Boy, that's pretty clear.
there's the SLS. You have to realize I'm about 12 miles from the pad.
That's what I was just going to ask you.
So this one here on the right-hand side
Uh-huh.
is the SpaceX Falcon 9 that hasn't gone up yet. They were stacking it.
Yeah, I was gonna say in
That's
that.
what you see.
orientation-
You see here on the right-hand side is
Yeah.
the crane. They
Yeah.
were using the crane to stack that.
But you
Falcon
know
9.
what? I can almost visualize the old thing that used to fly like an airplane. Rocket. Jet.
The shuttle?
Mhm,
Yeah, the shuttle, the space shuttle.
Yeah.
mhm. I'll tell you what. I was surprised when I got home and I looked at these and I zoomed into 100%. How detailed that was. Here, let me do this.
Yeah, those are what, 12 or 15 miles away?
I don't know. Here, let me pull up Google and I'll show you. Come on, come on. Web browser. Um, here. No, it is here. Okay. So let me share. Show you. So I was sitting, where was I sitting? Right about here.
Mhm.
So let's go measure distance. And let's go over here to where's 39? So that Falcon was probably sitting here on 39A. Distance to here. 12.63 miles.
Wow, that's impressive.
So about 12 and a half miles on that picture.
Mhm.
Can't complain.
No, not at all.
Okay, so let me go back and I'll show you. Gotta find the right picture now. This it? Yeah, this is it. Isn't it fun when I show pictures off?
Steve,
Yeah,
have you been
very.
doing any flying?
No, I haven't, because with weather up until we had the storm has been bad. And I would have gone out today. I've got it charged up because I've got to go over
What's
to
up, Marie?
the commercial center tomorrow. Wow,
Right.
that's clear.
Hey, Marie.
Now, you want to hear the interesting part on this one? This is off the 7X at 28X digital. Essentially 4X digital, right? On the 7X
Right.
camera. But this is the max zoom on the 3 Pro. And this is the 3 fuel
Yeah, The
cells
fuel-
that I was talking
fuel
about.
cells, right.
Yeah. They had to add a second hydrogen because of the SLS
Hmm.
to have
Enough
enough storage capacity to turn it around the next in 24 hours. So you can clearly see that that's just the launch, the tower, no rocket. Not bad. I wasn't complaining.
That's
Even at
20, you
even
should
at
be proud of that.
28X digital. Yeah, and here's the Falcon 9, and notice there's only 2 on this pad
Mhm.
of the little storage units.
How big are those tanks?
I don't know,
Mhm.
millions of pounds.
Yeah,
Takes millions of pounds they fill them up with.
I
So
know.
anyways.
Even out here for just doing the testing, I'm talking decades ago. I'm talking back in the late 60s and 70s, early 70s, when they were testing out here. The tanks that they had out there for just testing the lunar landing rocket out there. I mean, those things were huge.
There you go. There's that 100% zoom.
Wow.
And I did no editing. I should have probably run this through Luminar and denoised it,
Hmm.
dehazed it to take the white out. It would have been a hell of a lot clearer,
Yeah.
even on that 28X. So when people go get the Air 3, you don't need the Mavic 3 Pro. I'll make the same argument I've been trying to make to people, which is depends on what your freaking use case is.
Yep.
There are cases, mine specifically, because I do a lot of, I like to, well, I'm close to NASA. So obviously there's a lot of people who doing a lot of photographing of rockets, right? And stuff. So
Mhm.
I wish I had the freaking 16X or 18X. I don't know. We need Dre off the M30.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
Hey, Teej, how are you?
What's up?
Hey!
Relax yourself, TJ.
That's funny.
Yeah, don't be choking.
I know. I
We
know.
where your parks are. We have to know where to call for the paramedics. Paul.
He really likes to get me all riled up.
I know it. I bet you know what this is.
Well, that's the old
not
shuttle
old.
building, isn't it?
Wow. It's got a name.
I
Can't think of
can't
the
think.
name.
I'm drawing a blank on it.
It's the VAB, the Vehicle Assembly Building,
Yeah,
There, that was it.
where they put all the rockets together, all of
Yeah.
them.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
That's a famous structure.
Yeah. Now let me go to 100% on this one. There you go.
Mm.
That's
So that's
cool.
20.
I've seen that
That's
up
28.
close
That's
many a
28.
time.
That's 28x from 12 miles away.
that's impressive.
What'd you shoot that with?
Mavic 3 Pro, the 7X
Oh, nice.
at 28x digital, right?
Too bad you couldn't put my Canon L glass 400 millimeter. on that
Yeah, I
thing.
know. Tell me about it. This has been my argument, Steve, about drones, that they need to give us a flipping really high optical zoom on the drone.
But you could buy a cine lifter.
Yeah, I don't want to buy a Cine lifter. Hello, the Mavic 3 Pro is big enough. If you don't put 3 freaking lenses on it, just give me one micro four thirds and give me a zoom, a native zoom lens, and you probably don't have any more weight than you have now, and you could probably go to 10 or 20 optical.
Just a minute, boo.
Yeah,
I'd
because
love to have 20
even on-
optical zoom.
even on a cine lifter, it's if you had it on a camera with the lens that I'm talking about, you'd be having problems lifting.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the cine lifters, they're typically designed for, really quality cameras and
The
weight,
big lenses are
and the
what?
lenses on them.
5 pounds themselves.
Did you see
Yeah.
what WSET H20T camera has 200 times? It's wild. Jesus.
But you get on these commercial ones that are the cine lifters that you were talking about. Yeah, that's another story. Those things are putting it on. Just the lens alone on some of those are like 90 grand.
So anyways, you can look at these pictures and you understand why I keep going. I need better optical zoom on my drone.
Mhm.
Literally need better optical zoom. And the other part of that is, and this is the other part of my argument about why the hell they should put it on there, is if I can be 12 miles away and take pictures like this,
Mhm.
and obviously if we go to 10x or 20x, I could take even better pictures, then people aren't going to want to fly their drones into places that they shouldn't be flying them.
Yeah. But then
It'll
again,
literally
you're gonna have all the homeowners that are out there. They're gonna say, oh, "Yeah, they were taking zoom lens, zooming in on my daughter."
Here's the other part. Here's the other part of it is you could be flying so freaking far away that you're not going to annoy anybody. right?
Yeah,
They wouldn't know you're there.
They wouldn't
That's
know
for
you're
sure.
there. They wouldn't know you're there. So I could be 400
Just make it
feet.
like
I
mo-
could be 400 feet up where you can't hear the freaking drone
Mhm.
Mm.
and be zoomed in like I'm 10 feet away.
Yeah.
So give me a really good telephoto lens.
Well, you know,
on-
there's
on-
a
drone.
fix to there's a fix to that, Rod. You just
yeah, it's
go-
called
go- go out there-
$20,000 for an Inspire.
No. Just go out there on the site and get permission to fly closer.
Yeah, I don't know what that would take.
An act of God, maybe?
No. Probably not. I actually know somebody that works at a company that's out there on the island.
Oh,
So
yeah?
through them, I could probably chase down what the process might be.
Hey, Boo.
Mhm.
Come on, SpaceX flies drones out there for their launches.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw them, the Spire
So
2.
they have to go
The
through
one
the
that
same
launches.
rule. They have to go through the same rules we do as far as getting permissions from the FAA to fly the drone out there. So there's got to be a way to do it. There's
Do
gotta be a
they though, if
process.
it's their own rocket?
Yes. Hello,
Why?
they gotta get FAA approval for the rocket, let alone the drone.
Yeah, but is it FAA approval or FAA that has to be notified?
Approval.
Well, because there's been videos
What's-
where
Oh,
people have actually flown. What was that one that fucking Ken Aaron did where he was flying at that dude's airport? But the guy gave him permission to fly there. Everybody was giving him shit about it.
If
Mhm.
it's private property, well, I don't
Well,
know.
I mean,
It's still airspace, so. Private property who owns, I mean, if you go to a county airport, right, that's on the thing and you get permission from the local FAA authority there, you're fine.
Yeah.
So you can do it, which is probably what Ken did. The guy that he was talking to is the local FAA authority that approves that crap. Great, he
Mhm.
can approve whatever he wants to.
And I'm sure
Yeah.
they've got somebody there on the island.
this is why I just want to get my own private island, 12 miles
But
out
you
in
can
international
see, now
waters.
you can see why I want better optical zoom. There are use cases for it.
That's what I'm saying. You just get your own island out in the middle of
Hmm.
international waters. Then you can fly as high as you want to. Screw everybody else.
Can you see me in the picture?
that's a pretty
Yeah,
awesome picture.
there's me.
Uh,
Sitting on the back of my truck.
There you go.
So that
Is this your-
Avata,
what
that
is-
Avata video
uh,
flying through the playground, there's the
Uh-huh.
playground. There's the playground right there.
Oh, did you see the video that
Yeah.
that Lance and Kip was flying his Avata and he was going up toward, like he was flying through like the school playground, and then it looked like he was like going up to the roof, and his Avata just nicked the roof and the fucking Avata went flying all over the place. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, well, I ended up breaking mine at this playground. So the video I did,
Oh, did you?
the video I did was wow, anyways, however many weeks ago. So I went back a week and a half ago. And you can see the brown, right? That's wood chips. So I was flying low.
Oh,
I
yeah.
tried to go under something, and the Avata basically went to the ground. And so
Oh,
I
God.
tried to fly it off the ground because the props were still going. It was still technically flying, but it was on the ground, right? Trying to fly its way.
Yeah.
It sucked a wood chip, broke one of the props, and I thought it fried the motor because when I turned it
Oh, wow.
back on, it was throwing an ECS here.
Oh, shit.
Anyways, I sent it back to DJI going, this is freaking warranty. This is the motor. I didn't crash, I didn't crash it. I didn't do anything terribly stupid here, right? The same thing could have happened if I landed it in the grass, right? The props, you land it in the grass, the props are gonna be chewing on grass. So the motors need to be able to take that kind of interruption to the props. So anyways, I didn't use my carry refresh. I'm like, I've already used 2 of those. So I sent it in and went, sure enough, they looked at it. It didn't turn out to be the motor, it was the ECS board. It was the actual board, so it burnt the board up. So
So
best I could
is your
tell, they replaced
is
the
your-
board and they're sending me mine back. Normally on repair, they'll send you one that's already looks like they repaired mine and send it back. I'll know tomorrow because it gets here.
yeah.
So I'll just turn it on and see if everything's still paired. Actually,
That's
it might not
crazy.
be. Might not be because they may have paired it with theirs.
TJ doesn't really do FPV,
What's
JDS.
that?
No,
JDS
like
said,
I want,
Okay.
what do you say?
he said, how you doing? Have you been doing FPV lately?
Oh no, I'm saving up for I'm saving up for Nevada though.
Here you go, Steve. There's the harbor.
Okay.
Hang on, let me back up.
Why don't
That's
you get
nice.
yourself-
There's a little more to, there's a little more to it. I got another picture of the harbor.
Just get yourself like a little tiny whoop or something, TJ.
Mm.
I mean, I have one at the house already that I bought from Matt.
Do you have goggles and all that for it?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it doesn't like
Oh, there's that one.
it doesn't record, so I could just like put the goggles on and fly around the house. And just like practice with that.
Have you gotten good with it?
I've got a Gep RC
I
Sunny Log 20.
really, I haven't really practiced with it much, but I should probably do that over the weekend. I'm off tomorrow and Saturday, or no, Friday and Saturday. Today's Wednesday.
Those things don't have the ability to record. They don't have an SD card slot on the goggles or anything.
Hey TJ, you should
No,
you should
I'll-
drive up to Titusville. We'll
I'll-
fly at Titusville. There,
All
Steve.
right.
There's the harbor.
I'll send you a picture of what I have.
That's a cool small harbor.
Yeah,
I was about to say Steve's Harbor's a little bit bigger.
yeah. Come on. So I'm flying from a park here. There's another park over on this side that's on the north side of the bridge. The
Uh-huh.
other side of the bridge, just where you see here. The other side of these buildings is Space Park, which is one of the places that everybody goes to for the big launches.
Uh-huh.
They go to that side. So
That's the best
Yeah.
view.
apparently it's called Space View Park,
Uh-huh.
but I actually like the park on this side
Oh,
better.
that was thebomb.com.
I wonder where Billy was at when he shot. I know he's
Notice
walking.
the sunk boat,
The what?
the sunken boat
Where?
right in the middle. I just noticed. It. Look right in the
Oh.
middle. That's from the storms last year. Still sitting there.
Wow, and they haven't salvaged it yet?
No. That thing may sit there for 5 years before they come and get it.
Oh
Wow.
my God, JDS, stay off the AI chat. Jesus.
What's he saying?
No, he keeps going to the
Yeah.
AI chats and writing responses out to me.
Oh,
He was doing that this morning too.
And that little island right there is about a mile from the park. Anyways,
Or it was either, or no, that was I think it was last night he was doing it.
nice little harbor, nice little place to obviously
that's
film
cool.
Yeah,
sunrises.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
TJ, are you on dinner break? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
And there is the railroad that goes out to NASA. With the bridge up. Bridge is like always up. They almost never use that railroad.
Well,
Or rarely.
well, don't they use it for bringing in the hydrogen?
Yeah, they do. Some of the bigger rocket stuff, yeah, they do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bringing in all the fuel.
Mm-hmm. So it's a nice little area. So the reason
We're
I
in
have
Miami.
those ground shots is I showed you some of those panos. So what I do is I'm doing manual panos now instead of letting the drone do the panos.
Uh-huh.
I just seem to like it better. And I can use any of the lenses. I can use the 3 and the 7. You can't use the 3 and the 7 with the software.
Uh-huh.
So by doing manual panos, I can do whatever I want to do and do whatever zooming I want to do. So what I do is I'll take my shots and then I'll point the camera straight down and take a shot. so that I know that that's the break between the sets. So I'll take 2 or 3 pics and then point down. That way, when I go back and review, I know which ones were in the set for the pano that I want to
Uh-huh.
put together.
Hey Rod, how far away are you from Miami?
273 miles.
Oh,
I'm at exit 273 off of 95.
Okay.
oh.
Just around the corner then.
Yeah, it's like 4 hours. It's like 4 hours. Lauderdale's like 3.5 hours.
Yeah, well, that's what we would say in
Oh.
Australia. Oh, it's just around the corner.
Just around the corner. Well, no, the reason why I didn't know because we were there a couple weeks ago. What was it?
You were where?
Down in Miami, like we were at the where that big Ferris wheel is at the
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
yeah, that place that's
Where?
got the big Ferris
That
wheel.
place
What the
over
heck is
there
name of
around
that
the
damn-
corner.
where?
Past the
Yeah,
sidewalk, yeah.
Yeah, up
Somewhere
that
there.
exit up there.
Up that
it's
way.
close. It's close to that one
Yeah, over there
intersection over
somewhere.
there. Over there somewhere, yeah.
Near there.
And I didn't know how far away you were from Miami, so that's why.
Well, you know, people that
Easy
don't,
answer. I'm at
don't-
exit 273.
people that don't visit or know about Florida have no idea how long Florida is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like California,
Yep.
narrow and long.
You can see I got some really good pictures that morning. Oh, this was a cool. So I did a pano of panos. So I used the vertical pano on the drone
Hmm.
and took slices. And let me see if I can find the right freaking picture where I put it together. Oh, it's this one. Yeah, it's this one.
Oops.
Here, let me stop share. Reshare.
JDS.
So there.
Wow.
By the way, this is it.
That's amazing. That's
This
amazing.
is at 13%. Let me zoom in to 100%. So this is a pano. This is a pano of panos.
A pano of panos.
So you can see
That's
the
cool, though.
You can see the stitching right here,
Yeah.
right? Is a little
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
It's okay. You expect that with pan. Look at the wake, right? The wake is broke right here.
Yeah.
That happens. That happens when you're doing panos.
Well,
Right,
no,
with
that
this
was
one-
because they hit the sandbar at that point.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. This is why you can't do panos at the beach, because it's never going to stitch the waves right. But zoomed out like this, you can't really tell. Well, you kind of can right here. You know what you're looking for. But I mean, so this was a pano of panos.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
I showed you the verticals.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to use that technique even more now. I did it a couple of times. I created a couple of them and kind of
Now,
went,
did you
"That's not
let the
bad."
drone shoot a panel?
The drone shot the vertical pano. And then I took those vertical panos and put them together into this pic.
It doesn't. You can't shoot panorama in a vertical mode. Excuse me.
You can, that's what I did. So I had the drone shoot a vertical pano.
Mhm.
And then I took like 5 slices, I think. And then I stitched them together to create a pano. So this is like 5 vertical pano pictures stitched together.
Oh, okay.
Basically, I wanted to control what my left and my right looked like.
Hmm.
Hey, TJ.
With the vertical getting me more horizon, right?
Hmm.
coming off the drone.
Yeah.
The thing you have to
Yeah,
remember
your
with
field,
that-
your, with the vertical, your field of view is really wide. Vertically.
right. I could have shot the 180 pano on the drone,
Mhm.
but it would have been it would have been too wide. Would have been wider than what I was aiming for. So
Yeah, but if you let the shoot it, you could come in and edit it later.
I know I didn't want to. I'd rather do that. I'd rather do that when I put the manual panoramic together.
Uh-huh. Well, what was for dinner, Tej?
One of my coworkers, she made it's called it's like basmati rice. It's not like regular
Yeah.
rice, it's basmati rice.
Yep,
And
it's an Indian
some
rice.
chicken and vegetables. It was delicious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Oh.
Want to see a demo of how I do this? Let me.
Paul, I appreciate you making me laugh, man. I need some laughter. I
Well,
appreciate
good.
that.
We can do that
Yeah.
here.
So here's that
Okay.
software that
You
I've
know,
talked about, which is
TJ,
Huggin.
you know that all of this engineering success is alien based, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Now ask Dominic, he'll tell you the aliens did it.
yeah.
Aliens did it. All right. Well, I got to get going. It's time for me to get back at it.
Okay,
Yeah.
DJ, what do you work till 10?
But yeah, I'm closing tonight. So
Well, don't work too hard.
So there's
All right, I'll
there's
see
all
y'all.
my
I'll see y'all in the morning.
Entertain
Alrighty.
all the
Fine.
customers.
All right. We'll see you guys
so
later.
there's all my panos from the drone, right? That's the vertical panos from the drone. So you load them up and you hit this little button that says align. This might take a minute. And then ultimately I had too much overlap, so I had to turn some of the pictures off.
Mm. Interesting.
But you can see how this thing does it.
Mm.
Now that I know how this
What
thing does
software-
it, now I
what
can
soft-
create.
What software are you using?
It's called Huggin Panoramic Stitcher. It's free,
Oh,
literally free. Not shareware, just free. So it auto figures out, because you can see up here at the top, right? Oh yeah,
Right.
this is it figures out where it can get the best in it. And then right here, I can oh come on. I forget which ones I turned on or off. There you go. So I can turn pictures on and off. I had some that were overlapping. Yeah, see that one's an overlap. That's an overlap. That's not. So then I can realign it.
yeah, because you can see where the stitching is way off now.
You could kind of see it. You could kind of see where the pics were way overlapped,
Yeah.
and then realign it. And there you go. And create your own panoramic.
But you can still see where the stitching is way off
Here, not when you
on the
actually-
island. On the island, yeah.
Well.
This is a unique situation where it's a panel of a panel. So
Can you adjust a panel up or down?
sure,
To link them to so the stitching would be correct.
you can you got all sorts of crap that you can do,
I'll have to check that out.
including inside, outside,
Mhm.
and dual lens lens, multi-euro. I have no freaking clue
Mhm.
what some of these things are. Anyways,
That's pretty cool. Let's check that out.
because I have that, that makes me set up pictures with my drone, right?
Hmm.
What I found is though, the Mavic 3 Pro, when I'm
That
shooting on
is-
the 4/3, I can literally shoot. I don't have to I don't have to overlap much. I can use my rule of thirds and do a left and a right. And the picture still come out flat. If I do that with the 1 inch on the Light Plus, it looks rounded. The
Mhm.
picture ends up being rounded and warped because of the lens shape. So when I'm using the Light Plus, I have to shoot a right, a center, and a left, and then align, and then do the alignment, and then the picture comes out flat.
I noticed that with doing
But that's true for any panoramic
a
or something.
hyperlapse versus the Attel.
Obviously, all lenses on the outer edge warp the picture, right?
Yes.
Doesn't matter what camera.
Doesn't matter what camera it is, the lens.
Yeah, it's the lens.
So, I'll tell you what, one of the best lenses that I've picked up over the years, and I really like it, is the Sigma 18-35.
Oh, that's a good range.
Yeah, I tell you what, it is phenomenal.
Nice wide angle.
The wide angle, plus it fills in the sweet spot instead of buying just a typical 50 millimeter, which would be,
The nifty
30 a
50,
third.
right?
Yeah, instead, because I've got the 90D, so I'm running a crop sensor. So, being right around 32 millimeter to be equivalent to the 50.
See, this is why that 3X is so good on the Air 3 and the Mavic 3 Pro, because that's 70 millimeters.
Mhm.
It's pretty close to that nifty 50 size wise.
Well, without a doubt. And that's where the new drone with that 70 millimeter lens on it, that is a sweet spot for people that,
I shoot more on that than I do the Micro 4/3,
yeah.
even though that's the 1/1.3.
Hmm.
That 3X optical is great.
Hmm.
I think Billy Kyle said he did the same thing with his. He shoots more on the 3X optical than he does the other two lenses.
Hmm.
So Paul, you going to coffee tonight?
No, not with this thunderstorm. No, I'm going to stay here. I'm not going to
Okay.
go there tonight. So,
Good idea.
because usually like sitting outside around a campfire having coffee, right?
Yeah, it's best to stay home, especially the kids will miss you. How does Vader and Gracie do with thunderstorms?
Well, they're both right here. Gracie's the one that doesn't like thunderstorms too much. Vader don't seem to bother him too much, but I got to give this one dog a bath tonight. Vader, he's getting pretty itchy. I got some stuff with aloe vera. I got to give him a bath tonight.
Well, take them outside, and when it rains, and scrub them all
Right.
down, and you're all done.
Yeah, Gracie's right here right now. So,
I know my cousins, my girl on my dad's side up Minnesota, they'd go running out every time there was a rain shower. They'd take the shampoo out, they'd go outside with their, bathing suit or shirts on. They'd go out there and shampoo their hair out there with natural rainwater. You don't get all the hard minerals coming out of the ground.
well, see, I've been having problems with Vader this time of year. I think it's an allergy, but he gets these little spots on his skin. I don't know, something
Mhm.
just like dry spots or something. Last year I took him to the vet and they give him some steroid or something, right?
Yeah.
So, but anyways, but I bought the shampoo, both $30, got aloe vera in it.
Mhm.
And, but anyways, it really helps that itching on him. So I'll give him a bath here as soon as I get off tonight. They're going to stay home anyway. So
Yeah.
now I got some towels and stuff I need to throw in the washing machine anyway. So,
Hmm.
so I think we'll do that.
And I had a,
Yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, Gracie hasn't been that bad, but just Vader, he's really bad.
I had a
Yeah.
funny incident yesterday, Steve. And guys,
What's
sitting
that?
here.
What's that?
So there was a rocket launch. So I look at spacecoastlaunches.com. I'm sitting here and I look at it. It goes, hey, it's going up in 2 hours. But I got a notification on my phone that there's a new app coming on the phone. So anyways, I jump in my truck because that's where I have my drones most of the time.
Yeah.
Take off down the road, get up on I-95, pull my phone out, look at the app, and it goes 1 day and 1 hour and something. And I'm like, did they change it? So I went to the next exit down. Fortunately, yeah, I pulled it out, went to their webpage, double checked it. Yep, they pushed it out to the day. At least I didn't drive all the way down to then find out that, oh yeah, they pushed it.
What app is that?
Space Coast Launches.
Oh, I thought it was maybe something for Starlink or something. Because that's what I want to do. I want to get some shots even from here when they shoot up at Vancouver. If we get a night launch.
Yeah. Well, they just launched some guys into space, yesterday, I think, wasn't it, Rod?
You mean Vandenberg?
No, they were down in the,
No, in Florida they did.
yeah, Florida, yesterday, I think it was.
Yeah.
But they're
No,
not-
they didn't. That
Yeah,
one
they're
got
not-
delayed. It
right
was
now.
supposed to be today, and today they pushed it out till Friday.
Oh,
What's that? Going to the space station?
The Falcon 9.
Oh,
That space station launch is later in the year.
well, they launched, 2 guys yesterday, or 4 people yesterday, didn't they?
a couple days ago.
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
a couple.
Yeah, it's a couple days
They
ago.
approved the launch for Crew 7. Crew 7 didn't go up yet.
Oh,
I think it goes up in September.
I thought they were just in space right now. They're not even at the space station right now. They're just cruising right now, getting close to the station. But okay. I don't know, because no, Elon Musk was just explaining it a few minutes ago. But how do you like what happened over in Russia? Don't want to piss off Putin, I guess.
I don't
Oh,
know.
about the plane going down?
Yeah, they said it was shot down. I don't
Yeah.
know.
What plane?
Oh, that guy was in charge of the Wagner Group.
Oh,
Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Prigozhin?
Prigozhin.
He did.
Didn't hear that news.
Yeah, when you go
A couple hours ago.
Yeah, from Moscow over to St. Petersburg or something. He was in an aircraft, 10 people in it. Yeah, it was shot down.
They better watch it because that group almost took Moscow. They got pretty damn close before they decided to stop.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to retaliate now.
A lot of the Russian soldiers were actually going to their side almost immediately when they were coming in contact with them.
Yeah. They weren't stopping them or nothing. But they was,
Where do you think the Russian soldiers go when they leave the Russian military?
That's what I'm saying. It's like Blackwater and all those guys over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Probably when they leave the military, they go to Ukraine and sign up.
Some of them have.
and you see Russia,
That's Rod, John.
but you see that Russia was trying to beat India,
John.
landed on the solar or the south part of the moon.
Yeah, well, India beat them.
Russia crashed.
But anyway, India landed there, what, a few hours ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, now it's gonna be a space race to the moon.
we're gonna populate the moon.
Yep, there you go.
I don't think any of those space agencies are even on the same level as SpaceX. SpaceX, I think, is on a whole another level of their own.
SpaceX is on a whole nother level even compared to NASA.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It makes to be honest, as fast as they've moved and the stuff they've done in 5 years, not to say that the people from NASA weren't hardworking or anything, but
No,
it kind of overshadows their entire existence almost.
what it does is it
Fast
takes the government bureaucracy out of the picture and puts it
Exactly.
into implementing instead of trying to sit there and figure out what we're going to do and who's going to be upgraded to here, to here, to here, to here, to here.
That was a
And-
problem, is NASA was just always so underfunded, and because they were extremely underfunded for years.
Oh, yeah.
You know, what are they gonna do with a couple $100 million? That's not enough to do anything. When they're getting a small budget like that.
No, no kidding.
Oh, Captain Joe there just said it hit 104 degrees. In fact, we haven't even had temperature like that here yet.
Yeah,
If-
it's on the news now. There's 140 million Americans that are in the heat wave out west, where it's exceeding 116 degrees.
Oh,
Well, you got to remember, they're pushing this on right now because back in 2016, we were hotter back then than it is now for the records that have
know.
been set.
well, I think
They've
it
got
was
to push that
2000
narrative.
other year. Like back in 2003, it was hotter then than it is now.
Yeah, I know.
Golden cycles.
They gotta keep pushing that narrative.
They keep pushing it because they keep using the 90s when it was cooler.
Yeah,
And the 70s and 80s was hotter than the 90s. And they
Well, it was
like
Al-
everything with numbers, you can make them look like what you want them to look like.
Yeah, you can. You can have it exactly what you want to do. Like Al Gore, when he was talking about, the rising temperatures back in, what was it, 87 or whatever, the heating up of Earth and that Earth is going to raise up by 1 degree. The next day, NASA comes out with a article talking about how the temperature on Mars has risen by 0.5 degree centigrade. So now when I was sitting there with my friends, I was sitting there going, look, see, we're heating up Mars now.
yeah.
What happens to the sun, Steve?
Yeah, but wasn't it that many years ago we were all going to freeze to death?
Yeah,
But
I remember,
again, what happens to the sun that we know about?
Well, it'll eventually burn out.
Well, that too, but what's happening now? It's on a what year cycle? It's an 11-year cycle.
11-year cycle.
Of more activity, less activity.
Mhm.
Every 11 years on a cycle
Yep.
that we literally know about. So
Yeah.
you can literally go, it's hotter. Well, is it on its hot cycle right now? Of course
Yeah.
we're hotter.
And we're also, if you look at geological time frame of how many times we've been through an ice stage or flooding stages and
Mhm.
been underwater, we're coming out of the ice age.
Yeah,
We know for a fact 400,000 years ago that there were no polar ice caps on either pole.
Yep.
Everything was completely melted, both ends.
Well, look at the newly released stuff about all the dinosaurs up in Alaska, the one place they found, and they can even see the texture of the skin in the rock. I mean, it's almost like if you're looking at it like you 3D printed the texture of the skin on the rock, and of all these dinosaurs. Well, what would dinosaurs be doing up in Alaska if there
Because it was
was
warm.
cold and ice? Yes, exactly. And
So
we're-
you know how they figured out the 400,000 thing?
What's that?
The ice cores that they drilled in Greenland,
Oh, yeah.
they went into the ground. And so the scientists went back and actually looked at the crap that was the ground crap, not the
Mhm.
ice crap, which is they drilled it for all the ice, not the study. And they
Right.
found these crustaceans in the dirt samples out of those cores
Mhm.
that showed them that, oh yeah, the ocean was the ice was completely missing about 400,000 years ago. We'd have never had these crustaceans in the dirt sample kind of thing.
Mhm.
That's how they figured it out. So obviously humans had nothing to do with the melting of the polar caps 400,000 years ago.
Well, even here in 1960, see, I moved up in 63. So that would have been, 1963. So 1961, the elementary school, which is just across the freeway from where I live here, we're sitting at roughly about 130 feet roughly above sea level. It would be, let's just say, I'm going to guess it's probably about between 95 to 100 over there. They had to stop the construction because they found the complete skeletal system of a gray whale unearthing the dirt in order to build the school.
I'm not surprised.
And I don't think it's so much of a debate as whether global warming is a thing.
No,
Well,
obviously it
big
is.
debate is
Obviously we're
whether-
contributing, but
Well, it's the debate of whether the humans have caused it or if it's natural. That's where the
It's
big
both.
debate always comes in.
there is no
Yeah.
debate. The answer is it's both.
Yeah,
yeah.
but that's where you get the big debate from.
Yeah,
is
but
That's
like,
where you hear
Well, the
people on
big
both
debate
sides.
from is we were under ice here where I live,
Well,
under
see, you-
ice 3 times and underwater 3 times. So,
yeah, and they said right here, the Great Lakes was formed from glaciers.
yeah.
Oh, 100%. That's why Fargo, North Dakota is flat.
Mhm.
Because when this glaciers pulled back the last time, 9,000 years ago, because that's when the Red River was formed, it
Mhm.
literally scraped the land perfectly flat as the glaciers retreated. That's why it's so bloody flat up there.
And you look at it, you go into even like to Utah and into Colorado, and you look over there and you'll find fish skeletal systems in there from salt water, not fresh water, salt water. So how did they
Yeah.
end up getting there?
So, we talk about CO2 gases, right? Here's an interesting one. How much CO2 does a singular volcano explosion, a major volcano explosion, put into the atmosphere?
Oh, millions of tons.
About 50 years of human CO2.
Oh, we need,
One bloody gigantic volcano puts out more CO2 than all of us with all our factories and everything for
Yeah.
50 years.
Well, look at what happened.
So that doesn't mean we shouldn't clean things up. We should. I'm
Well,
100% with it.
there again, Rod, that just leads into all of these wackos saying we need to get rid of cows because of their flagellants. It's like, give me a
Well,
break.
I'll tell you, if China and India cleaned up a lot of their pollution, I guarantee that would put a huge dent in the global.
China is building 3 coal plants in their country. They're building 3 coal plants a month.
Yeah, because China and India are two of the biggest polluters.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, look at the Nord Stream. When that blew, do you know how much pollution went up to that? You know what that was? When they popped that? 20 years worth of pollution for everybody in the United States operating everything that we put out.
Oh, when the Nord Stream pipeline popped, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, it was the Russians. They blew it up.
Oh.
The Ukrainians didn't have the dive team to go do it.
The Ruskies.
Ruskies, yeah.
It's not like Ukraine has subs that can dive that far. The Russians have subs that far with divers that can come out just like us.
And so does the United States.
Yeah, we tap into communications lines all the time with our little special ops guys. And so do they. We know it.
Yeah.
They know it.
No, I'm saying, so does the United States have the equipment to do it?
Oh,
It was
yeah,
really
yeah,
funny-
100%.
And it was really funny that they tracked down a ship through the AIS system and followed it back to port
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
over
yeah.
there.
Well, you always hear about what other countries did to us, but I don't ever really hear anything about what we've done to other countries. But
That's
you know they
because-
are.
This because you have the CIA keeping everything shut up.
I'd have to say that'd probably be more the NSA. They're actually the biggest when it comes to foreign surveillance and domestic
Well, that's
surveillance.
just the
Depends.
monitoring, but
They're
you
the
get-
biggest
Electronic
information.
surveillance, yes. Human
Yeah.
intelligence,
But the
human
app-
intelligence is CIA.
the getting it done is the CIA.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about electronic surveillance is definitely the NSA.
Oh,
is
without
at the
a
top.
doubt. And I hear they're building, is it Montana? Or,
Nevada, they're building that storage center out in Nevada.
yeah, some new place that is just like astronomical.
All the data that they are storing. Yeah, yeah.
Where are they gonna get that? They're gonna have to put in a whole new solar city now in order to power that thing up.
Yeah.
But the good thing about that is when it goes dark, they'll go dark.
Oh, no, they probably got some like AA battery that can run the whole facility.
Did you
Just
ever
not
see
sharing
that
with
commercial
everybody.
they did on the Tesla on that? Justin, when speaking of the AA batteries, I
No.
forget what gal actress, she does the whole thing and they're talking about it. And it says, well, when it's time to change the battery out and the lights are coming on the dashboard, and then she goes out to the side and pulls this thing out, and it's like this, like 100,000 AA batteries come flying out the side and just start piling up.
You know, the funny part of that is the military is working on a big battery for their bases.
Yeah.
There's been several articles about that so that they have this gigantic battery backup at the military bases.
Well,
And
they're
it's
also
literally just a bloody battery.
Oh, for
they're-
sure, W. They're building profiles on everybody.
they're also working on a battery powered tank technology.
Yeah, the new one.
The gentleman that I know, he is
Abrams
the
X.
one, he is the one that has designed this new battery system that I talked with him, and what he, because it's really, non-disclosure stuff, because he's met with the military, gone to the Pentagon, and I said, hey, we were talking, I said, well, what would be the equivalent? He goes, let's put it this way. If you took our battery system, and he says, because you can't put a comparable right now, because we're not talking about a car, we're talking about a tank, but even a 5-gallon, Home Depot bucket. So say that was a battery cell, that would give you 10 times a minimum of 10 times the distance in a Tesla.
Yeah, I can imagine what kind of battery tech.
And I asked him, I
Got
said,
behind
well, what
closed
about a
doors.
drone battery? He says, well, how many days do you want to fly for?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Battery tech is only going to get better for everything.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
sure.
that kind of makes you wonder what they're working on behind closed doors,
Well, this technology is behind closed doors.
Well, yeah, because they don't want to identify the aliens.
That's right.
There we go.
But I did see the lunar rover. I did actually see it operating on the ground here in California. They tested it out there when I was talking about the rocket testing, for the lunar launch modules out of TRW systems. They tested the lunar rover out there with one of the, 3 of them they had out there as test models, running over mud, rocks, everything, because it's all rolling hills, which
Mark.
butts up against Camp Pendleton.
Well, Justin, didn't you say at one time that there was a report out? You remember Oppenheimer, that was the big scientist?
Yeah.
They did a test now on his DNA, and they found alien DNA mixed in with his DNA.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no,
You're
nothing about
gonna
that.
keep pushing these conspiracies.
Yeah,
I have a question, Paul.
yeah.
If there's alien DNA, how do they know it's alien DNA?
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
because there
because
was nothing to compare it to.
they recovered aliens out there in the desert.
Oh, that must have been when Lloyd was out working in Area 51.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, Paul, I'm gonna take off 7 o'clock.
yeah,
so-
I'm also gonna head out.
Okay. Justin, are you about done, buddy?
Yeah, I'm gonna head out too.
Justin's gotta go look up his alien DNA theory, okay? Okay,
All right, see y'all later.
okay, everybody. We'll see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah,
Good to
bye-bye.
see you, Rod, Dominic,
Same,
Justin,
Steve.
Later.
Paul.
Hey, Steve.
Bye-bye.
Dominic used to have trouble.
Yeah, well.